Hello, how do? Welcome to episode 5, I think, of Popcornography podcast. First one in 2015.
Well, hey!
And we're all we'll quickly go around. Rick, I'm here.
Jake.
Sally. Beth.
Daniel.
And
Daniel!
yeah, we'll just quickly go around and see how we've all been. It's been ages. So, how was your Christmas, Jay?
It was absolutely fantastic.
Was it good?
Fantastic.
Was it good?
What about you?
Yeah, not bad. Not bad.
Glad to hear.
Feels a year ago. Feels like it was last year. How was yours?
My Christmas was nice. It involved a lot of work, though. I had to work on Christmas Eve and Boxing Day. Yeah.
I'll work and not
Violence.
make Sally a very dull person.
Exactly.
Don't worry, I played enough. I spent the entire Christmas drunk. Hence why I can't remember it.
Fair enough.
I don't think I've pooped as much as I have since, last Christmas. I think
Since Christmas?
Yeah, I think that month was a record for me.
Ah.
I'm
Okay.
glad to hear
You
it.
do eat a lot more though, don't you?
Yeah, but I don't think that had anything to do with it.
Alright. Is there other reasons?
No, I just had a strong
Did you eat more than you normally do?
I don't know what it was. I think it might have been dietary, but for the main part, it was mainly just the strong bowel movement.
Right.
It's consistent as well.
Anyway, you wanted to talk
That's
about
great,
upcoming
yeah.
films, I think.
Yeah, this episode. This episode, we're going to go through all the films that are coming out in 2015. I put a post on the website of all the ones that are coming out. While I was compiling that, there was actually loads that I hadn't even heard about. Some of the films I haven't even got posters are out yet, and they're out later on this year, and some I think are going to be quite big. So, but we'll delve into that in a second. We'll go around, ask if you watched any recent films. Have you been playing anything? What have you been up to?
I haven't watched any films recently, but I've started watching the Walking Dead series, and I'm into the third one now, and I'm really enjoying it. Every episode I watch, I just want to see what happens next.
Yeah,
Third season.
Yeah.
that's as far as I got. I think it was at the house in the countryside or something. Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that the third one?
I think that might have been the second one.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, which one are they in the bunker?
With they're in a
the
prison
army
at the
one.
minute.
Oh, I never got to the prison.
Oh.
I got to the prison in the comics.
In the comics?
Yeah.
Oh, right. No, I never got to the
I
prison.
got past the prison in the comics as well, actually.
Okay, don't spoil it for him. He will cry.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't.
you can see it.
Thing is though, the comics they're completely different.
Yeah.
In the comics, Rick. That's a bit of a spoiler. Rick loses a hand,
Oh.
and that's the first time he meets the governor.
Yeah, that's where I'm up to.
Oh well, in the comics, it doesn't.
So don't
well,
worry,
yeah.
he's not going to lose a hand.
Well, hey.
I didn't hear that.
Have you not watched that, Beth?
No.
No?
I watched that first episode.
Thought you watched everything.
I don't like zombies.
No, I'm not a fan of zombies. They're overdone.
Zambos.
They're overdone. They're in everything.
Exactly. The only zombie thing I ever got into was Warm Bodies, and that's because it has the whole.
Are you
That
kidding
film?
me?
It's Romeo and Juliet.
I
with the
quite like
zombies.
that film.
It's the
But
most
Romeo and
gayest film I've ever seen in my life.
I
Literally,
liked
I
it.
came out of the cinema feeling like I'd been doused in lubricant.
I thought you'd like that kind of
Didn't
stuff.
see it in the
though.
cinema.
It was awful.
I didn't think it was good enough to see it in the cinema, but it was the only thing I liked because Nicholas Hoult and I love
Fair
Romeo
enough.
and Juliet.
Romeo and Juliet scenario. It's good. There's a nice metaphor there. But curing a zombie plague with love.
Kinda weird.
My God, that is just.
I think it's beautiful.
Oh.
The zombie you're cured by.
Why does it always have to be guns?
Yeah, I will.
Nuclear
I want a
bombs.
bit of romance.
Awful.
Who cares?
To be fair, I didn't know anything of it, and it was there to watch, and there was
is
a
what I
few
think
friends
of
around.
zombies.
We'd all had a few drinks. Put it on, and I actually quite enjoyed it.
What is this,
Yeah,
Warm
I'm quite in
Bodies?
your direction.
Yeah,
man.
from what I remember.
I like the
anyway.
cast
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
so-
That-
yeah, that's lovely.
That's what I think of that film.
Yeah,
What was that?
That's my rating out of 10. A fart.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, no, zombies are in video games and stuff like that. It's just stop. I think with video games are so easy to. You don't need to worry about AI or anything. I think they're quite easy to program. Just like Horde.
Yeah.
And so
Left 4 Dead. Good job. 'Cause
they can have thousands on screen because you don't have to worry about each one having like a.
I'm so sorry about the smell.
I can
I
only
can't smell
smell
anything.
Doritos.
Oh.
Doritos
Anyway.
smell nice.
So you've watched that, yeah? Anything else? Must have watched some films over Christmas.
The only thing I've watched over Christmas that I remember was The Interview.
Oh yeah,
The,
I've still don't. I haven't
I haven't
watched
seen
it.
that yet.
won't
I
say
feel pressured into watching it because of the
Pressure.
whole.
I feel precious,
Yeah.
but I don't want
Which
to.
is probably what they were aiming
Yeah,
for, to
probably.
be honest. Because
Why?
who knows how much of
Well-
that is actually true?
Yeah, because it's all the political thing, and it was all in the news and that, and it makes you feel like you should watch it to see what all the fuss is
Yeah.
about.
I'm
And
sure
I think that's
someone-
why it's.
I don't
in
wanna
like
see
some,
it.
it was either on like a film review program or like in the newspaper, but somebody was like, maybe it's just a clever marketing thing to say, oh my god, they banned it. So then everyone's like, oh,
Yeah.
I need to watch the
But then they
interview.
released it on
when
Google
in
Play now,
reality,
isn't
it
there?
might not be that good.
I don't know, I think it looks okay.
What do you think? You
I
watched
think,
it?
I think if you forget about everything that's gone on,
Yeah.
it's quite funny in some places because like James Franco and Seth Rogen, I like both
They're
of
good
them.
actors.
So
But I
I
think,
think
it's
they
a bit
work really well
insensitive to
together.
do it,
What, to do what?
to take the mick out of
That's not insensitive, that's
it.
Right.
It depends.
insensitive maybe to Kim Jong-un.
Yeah.
The guy himself, he's pretty insensitive to a lot of people.
Seth Rogen's had a go at the American Sniper film that's really knocked me off though, because
I've seen a bit of that tweet, yeah.
Loads of them have got on.
he's
got
brought
that
this film which nearly started World War III and nearly shut down Sony. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, he has a go at a film which I've seen, and I'll go into detail in a bit. Like that, I honestly see no reason why that film gets so much.
American Sniper, just because
Isn't it
Based in
because
Iraq, it's bound
isn't it
to
about the
get
doll?
some
The
attention.
baby looks so fake because of it being a doll.
Yeah.
Isn't it, I think it's for the fact that it's based on a true story and they shoot a kid.
Yeah. It's based in Iraq, so it's always going to get.
Wait, spoil it for me. I'm going to see it tomorrow.
But it's like in the trailer. I've seen the
Did you
trailer.
watch the trailer?
Oh well, spoilers on the trailer.
It's not in the trailer.
No,
I think in
you
the
don't-
trailer he's aiming at the kid, and it's like, won't he?
Willie Warner.
I'm only going to see it
Yeah,
because
and
it's
then
that
like
or
everyone's
nothing.
like kicking up about it, so clearly he did.
Yeah, poor kid.
I just put two and two together.
Just stop
But I'll
listening
get
to
into that one. Have you watched out, Sally?
The last thing that I watched at the cinema was the new Annie film.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, I was not gonna go and see it because
Weren't you dissing it on the last podcast? Weren't you saying?
I was
it'd be-
saying like, do they really need to bring it back? Answer is no. They
No?
didn't
Yes.
need, no, they didn't need to. But
You
it was
seen
all
it?
right. It was quite nice. There were a lot of for some reason this man and this little girl came and sat directly next to me, and like there were literally probably 100 spare seats. But they came and sat like directly next to me, so it was really cute because like the little girl was laughing at all the little kid jokes, and the dad was laughing at all the like adult jokes, not adult jokes, but and like they both had like a little cry, and I was thinking, oh, that's so nice, but yeah, it was alright.
His dad had a little cry.
Yeah.
Did you
And I was
enjoy
like,
the
"Aw."
atmosphere more than you did the actual film?
Yeah,
Oh,
the review of the
The kid sat behind me,
audience.
like, kept kicking my seat, and I just wanted to turn around and scream. I was like, no, be good, be good. And I was getting into the music. I was like, this is, I like this.
Was it before Christmas?
Annie.
The film came out before Christmas, but I went to see
Watched
it
it
like
after.
a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, the kids outperformed the adults, though, as what usually happens, I think, in films where there's kids.
Mm.
The little girl who plays Annie is just amazing. She's the one who was she nominated for an Oscar when she was like 6 or 7? I don't know if she won.
She's
but
got one.
You know, she was in what was it called, Beast of the Southern Wild or something.
Yeah.
And she was the youngest person to get nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
She's really.
I know
good.
she's got an
She's
Oscar.
very auto-tuned.
Right.
What does
Well,
that mean?
Like when she's singing, they've
Ah, it's
not
made
really
sure
her.
that she sounds.
I
Well,
thought
it
you meant
is,
like
but
she's
It is, but then they
talking.
fixed
No.
her voice afterwards.
all that me and my sister went to see it, and we were both saying it was a bit weird that they'd auto-tuned the kids because
They'd have gone for the acting over what her singing
Yeah.
ability is.
it was still
We'll do that
it
a
was
lot,
still
won't they,
good
in
though.
musicals?
I quite enjoyed it.
I thought that they changed the story up enough for it to seem good that they've remade it.
Yeah,
And I
it
love
wasn't-
the
it
opening
wasn't-
scene when we have the little ginger Annie. It's like,
Yeah.
thank you, Annie, and then it's like, Annie.
There were two Annies.
And so
Plot
I was like,
twist.
oh, that's such a nice Easter egg, having like a little ginger girl with like
Yeah,
a
so
little
then you thought
Annie
that was
dress.
Annie, and
I was
it
like,
wasn't.
oh.
Good
And the
one.
little black girl is.
Yeah.
I'm kind of gutted that we didn't
She
have
got up
the
and did like a
signature-
rap.
Yeah. I'm kind of gutted we didn't get the signature red dress though. They sort of updated that and I just didn't like it.
Oh yeah, with the little white collar on.
Yeah.
Yep. So I quite enjoyed that. That was quite
Yeah.
good.
It's good. It's a good family film.
Yeah. Have you watched anything?
Finally got around to watching The Anomaly, which is Neil Clark. It's really fucking weird.
When did that come out?
Middle of last year.
Hmm?
It wasn't advertised a lot because it
Bit of an
really.
aggressive opinion on that.
It took me about half an hour to figure out what was going on. And then it got explained. I was like, now it makes sense because like every 9 minutes in the film, his life resets and we're put into a different situation. I was like, what's going on?
Right.
And then it's explained. I was like, ah.
Tom Cruise.
It was just weird.
I said just tomorrow, isn't it?
I've also started watching some new TV
It's gone
shows.
okay.
Oh.
What have you watched? Played? Done? You got Xbox One, didn't you?
Yeah, I haven't really watched much. I've been playing a ton. Like I played the beta loads of Halo 5 and it's so good.
About that.
The Evolve beta, honestly, that's open at the moment. I don't know if it's actually finished, but honestly, that is such a good game
Really?
for people like play like.
I don't know. I don't know. I just can't get excited by it. I should really.
You should play it because like one person's it's so tense. Like,
Yeah.
Because you have to find this monster as fast as you can, otherwise that person who's playing as the monster will like get to a point where he can just hunt you.
Right.
So you're constantly on the chase, and as you're playing as the monster, you hide in the tiniest little bits, and like they'll walk right past you.
Right. How
You'd be
big's the actual area, like arena?
Shadge.
So it's quite easy to hide then.
Yes and no. Like the hunters are really good at like tracking you.
Right.
You have to sneak pretty much everywhere, but when you sneak in, you're slow.
Right.
So if you're slow, they'll see you out like, moving slowly.
Right.
So you have to pick and choose very carefully when.
I know the beta wasn't on for long, so I probably missed it. And
For a
Halo,
while.
I only played for the first week, so by the end of it, they had all the new maps and guns and that, didn't they? And
Yeah, I thought it was a lot more balanced when everybody started off with like assault rifles,
yeah,
but then the battle rifles kind of
I
changed
hate
the
that.
gameplay a lot.
that's yeah. Halo 4 was just battle rifles, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's what happened in the rest of the beta. Say what Breakout, that's fun as fucking dicks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You like
that was
dicks.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a metaphor for a variety.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Dicks can do a lot of things.
Good. I watched, like I said before, American Sniper. I went to see that a couple of days ago. Such a good film.
Yeah.
Such a good film. It would get criticism because it's based in Iraq and stuff like that. They always do. But put a review on the website. But I said in that Clint Eastwood, isn't it, who directs it? He clearly didn't. He didn't set out to kind of go like look at the political side of it and say who's right and who's wrong and stuff. He set out. This film follows from the eyes of the soldiers and what they had to go through, and he really focuses on going from war back to like home life afterwards. And you've been living in for I think they did like 1,000 days service in Iraq, right? So every day, like you high on like stress, you fearing for your life.
Service?
He did 1,000 days.
That's
This guy.
That's like 2.5 years, isn't it?
It was
Yeah,
over
it's
the
like
course of 4 years.
Yeah,
He
it
was
was like
out
his
a lot.
life, and
Yeah.
I saw a video the other day, and he only left because his wife said,
Yeah, he
you
wanted
either
to.
have to leave, like.
He felt he was
service
letting
or-
the country down and that, and if it wasn't at war, and he'd had kids at home and stuff, like he'd hardly seen and things because he was. But yeah, it was getting back to. Because can you imagine going from war though and coming back to normal life?
Well, there's a film coming out.
So mundane and.
I don't know if you've seen the trailer. It's called Good Kill, and it's from the director of Hurt Locker.
Yeah, I've
and
uploaded
something
the trailer.
else. And it's of the drone pilot. That's pretty much exactly how it is.
It's very similar because snipers kind of set back from the action, taking shots, and I guess when
Drone pilot, yeah.
when you're a drone pilot, you're doing the same. You're not really. It's almost as if you're playing a video game or something. It doesn't have that emotional connection. Maybe it does with a sniper. You're still looking right at them. But you feel differently, wouldn't it? Killing people.
With the sniper, you're literally pulling the trigger.
Yeah. Whereas that
you are pulling a trigger, but it is distanced, separated a lot more.
Yeah.
I think that's the theme in the film as well. You're saying you have to compartmentalize.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. It looks alright. I watched that trailer and can't help but feel it's like a cheaper version of American Sniper. I'll have to wait and see. I don't think it'll have the emotional impact and stuff that film did. I don't think it'll be as well done, but
Probably not.
I'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it was a really, really good film. And at the end of it, it's one of them films where you want to go and find out more information about who it's about, which shows that it's a good film. Any film that makes me do that.
I want to find out more about Guardians of the Galaxy. I like that film.
Oh, right. At the end of it, you were just right. Okay, I've got you.
I'll tell you what what film I watched the other night. It was Sin City 2.
Yeah.
That was pro.
I think it's the first one.
You liked it?
Yeah, it was actually amazing.
I wouldn't say it was amazing. It was good.
No, I could have watched that. Like, I was disappointed that it ended. I could have watched that for days. I just could have kept on watching it.
I thought it was alright. I thought it was alright. It didn't blow me away. The dancing did. What's she called?
Jessica.
Oh. Still see that white dress.
White dress?
Yeah, when she's on the stage near the end. White
He's
dress.
watched it, but he
I
doesn't
watched
know what
it
you're about.
literally the other
White
day.
dress.
Was it the first
Damn
one?
it, Daniel.
I'm sure it was
Yeah,
the
I
second
think
one.
it's the
Second
first
one, definitely
She
one.
wears a white dress.
Second one.
You sure?
I'm gonna Google
Absolutely, 100%.
Oh well, anyway. I thought it was
100% white
Let's go
dress.
find out.
absolutely
What are you searching? Sin City white dress.
it.
Yeah, she made that film for me.
Oh my god, why can't
No,
It was
my
weird.
favourite- My favourite character was Marv.
The way it was put together, though, right? You followed one whole story
Yeah.
with tiny little glimpses of another story at certain points, and then you just follow this main story for ages, and then it would just flip to another story.
Like it was like a comic book for me. That's exactly what a comic book is like, and I love that.
Yeah, but
The
I
first
think
one did a better job of like keeping it as a film narrative.
Yeah,
The second
yeah,
one
yeah,
did
yeah,
a great
yeah.
job of keeping it more like a comic book style.
because Bruce Willis and that just felt he just thrown in for like a little bit, wasn't he? He wasn't. It wasn't very. I'd like to have seen a bit more of him.
Well, he was a ghost though, wasn't he? So
Right, true.
there's not much you can do with a ghost.
Yeah, no, it was. Yeah, it's not a bad film.
That's actually quite funny. Bruce Willis plays
Ghost.
his character, the
Yeah.
Ghost.
I can only find
Which
him
he's a
in,
ghost in a certain film we won't spoil.
Yeah, I know.
You
Not
haven't
everyone
seen
knows
it
that's
already.
spoiler.
To be fair, I watched that
Must
film
imagine
the
it.
second time and I'd forgotten all about the climax,
Oh, okay.
and then remembered right at the end. I was like, how did I forget that twist? So I had that like kind of realization twice.
How does
It's
he
so
not
good.
realise that he's dead in that film?
Because he's depressed. He's a depressed
been dead,
ghost.
dead
isn't
for
he?
like
Aw.
surely when
He
his
is.
wife starts making the bed with him still in it,
Yeah.
cotton on there.
Right, yeah, you're
Or
right.
like if
So,
nobody's even serving him at a bar, or he goes to a urinal and
Trying to get a
like,
taxi for hours. God's
yeah.
sake.
I'll just walk.
That's my life, you know.
I'll just walk.
That's my life. I wouldn't know.
Aw.
I could be dead right now.
Well, I'll be
Does that mean we're all dead?
blew my mind.
If you're listening, you're hearing this from the top.
Yeah. I also caught Fury, which you've seen, haven't you, Jake?
Yeah.
And I thought that was really good. Very, very Hollywood at the end. It
Yeah.
was a bit
That's
OTT.
the thing that put me off because the trailers looked really Hollywood, and I like really
There's
like
not a single British soldier in it.
Saving
Really?
Private Ryan. Mind you, Inglourious Basterds was a really good film.
Yeah, it was.
It was, mind you, it wasn't really Hollywood kind of style until it wasn't. Actually.
Right, we'll get on to the films that are coming out and
There's
quickly
so
get
many.
people's opinions. There is, so we'll blast through them. Right, I just want to kind of yay, nay, or.
Yay, nay, no
Right.
way.
So films 2015. I could even do a little intro or something, couldn't I?
Could you?
Yeah.
Can you do that one more
Monkey
time for the
news.
listeners, please?
The Vanderbilt.
Right, let's blast through 'em. Coming out this year, Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yes.
Jake.
Yay.
I probably won't go and see it.
Oh.
I'm not that interested in the Avengers.
Why?
I don't know.
That was the quietest why I've ever heard in my life.
Why? I think it's another film that's being ruined by the fans for me. Like, I feel like I wouldn't be able to go and see it without, like, some people behind me being like, oh my god, Loki, oh my god,
That's why I go see
Iron
it
Man
on
and
the
Thor sat
breakdown.
behind you.
Yeah, Like,
in the full suit.
can't be
I
doing
would
it.
totally do that.
And then I think when I watched
Actually,
the
I'm
film,
planning my 21st. I'm going to superheroes. You're all invited.
oh my lord. I think then when I watched the film, it doesn't really meet up to the expectations that it gets.
I was going to
I know.
get into that, but I'd say.
You got a problem with height.
I know.
Yeah, I think I have. I'm just too individual for that.
Indie.
Your birthday, but I've got an excuse to get a Batman suit now. I'm a proper one. I'm going to
real
use my
one
next
he
entire
wore.
student loan on a Batman suit.
You know
I'm
what's
doing
kind of-
Black Widow, and I found the costume. It's 300 quid,
Yeah.
like custom made.
There was a school Halloween fancy dress thing,
Yeah.
and I was the only one that went in fancy dress out the whole school. I went as the Hulk with a ripped shirt. Nah, I painted myself green.
Nice.
How old were you?
And no
I
one
was
else.
probably like 14.
Oh god, I thought you were going to be like in primary
No.
school.
The entire school didn't do
Primary
it.
I was
school would
like-
have been
That's
normal.
amazing.
There's like maybe I don't know maybe.
You can imagine him turning up.
You shut up, man. You shut up.
Mental
Do that
images.
for your birthday.
What?
Tell him it's fancy dress.
Fancy dress. 21st, so you've got a year to plan.
Star Wars.
Hell fucking yes!
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I'm not a Star Wars person.
I'm
I don't watch them. Never. I've watched bits of them all.
Have you never seen them like?
I should really
Like
sit
all of
down and
them?
watch them all. No.
I'm excited yet concerned.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
understand your
that's what I'm
concern.
I'm concerned about it. I'm really worried Disney's going to
Pressure
bring
he's
this.
under.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing is,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
absolutely loved Tron Legacy, even though people just hated that.
I
film.
liked it, but I hadn't seen the original.
Oh, I've seen both of them, and I thought they were both great films.
Are you worried it's just going to be like another Star Trek? Because it's obviously the same director as the last two Star Trek.
Well,
I
fair
don't think
enough,
it will
but
be.
Lens flare. And
I think Disney did a very, very good job as a producer of making Tron Legacy. Fair enough, a lot of people hated on it for loads of different reasons, but I really liked that film. And I feel like a lot of the fans are going to hate on this film
Yeah.
for a lot of different reasons.
I reckon people coming new into it will find it alright, but the old fans, like the dedicated ones, will find issues with it.
Well,
Like,
no matter
not
how
all
good it
films,
is,
yeah.
it'll
well,
probably
that's
still
true.
All
find-
films.
I mean, I'm a very dedicated fan to the Star Wars franchise.
You'll pick up on like the little issues that happen in it.
Yeah, but I mean, they can't anymore because the none of the books or extended universe is classed as canon because Disney cancelled that.
Screw you, Disney.
So,
Screw you.
but at the same time, I think that if anyone was to do a new Star Wars film, I'm happy it's Disney. Because if you think about it, George Lucas, he never listened to the fans.
No.
And look at how 1, 2, and 3 turned out. Yeah, I liked
He
them.
wanted to direct
But
this one, but Disney
the-
turned around and said no.
No, it wasn't that. It was just they didn't go with his idea. He was a shit director.
Mm.
Good
I'm
director.
glad
Is he
J.J.
the one
Abrams
whose
did
only
it.
piece of direction is faster and more intense?
Yeah, more or less, yeah.
Like somebody said, like that was all he ever said. He'd be like, "Yeah,
What
do
the
it again."
ladies always
Well,
say.
think.
Is it Rick? Is that what the ladies say?
I would.
Ant-Man.
Marvel's first flop.
I think so
What's
as
the trailer
well.
about for this?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
I haven't seen the trailer, but I saw the poster and I was
It
like,
doesn't even interest me.
Trailer's boring.
It looks awful.
What are you going to do with an ant?
"Squash it."
Hi, I'm
Suck
an
ant's
ant.
dick.
It's just a stupid
I don't
idea.
understand the concept.
It's a stupid idea.
Is
you
it
never
like
know.
a man-sized ant or an
It's
ant-sized
a
man?
isn't it a person who can
Man-sized.
turn really, really small?
Yeah.
That's not going to be very exciting.
My little joke that I put in the article. I went to a positivity workshop the other day and the class was half empty. Oh.
That's a good one.
You can read more gold like that on our on the article on the website. Jurassic World.
I'm so excited for that.
I never got into them, but I'm looking forward to
I'm
this.
really excited.
Chris Pratt.
I'm a little bit excited.
I might go to cinema in my Jurassic Park t-shirt. Like I
probably
might
more-
actually break my own personal
Weed a
rules.
little bit. Just be thinking
I'm probably more
about it.
hyped about Jurassic Park than I am with Star Wars.
Yeah, me too.
Get it.
And
No.
like if you've listened to podcasts before, I've got Star Wars tattoos, but I'm more excited about Jurassic Park.
We need to get you a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Can we?
Right
Yes.
across my
Yeah, can we? Can we do it?
What?
We should do that after this.
Or a Spinosaur, or a Diplodocus, or
Okay, my tattoo.
I don't know.
Or just a picture of the little boy falling off the electric fence. Just something really like obscure.
The guy sat at the toilet.
I would absolutely love that.
He left us.
I think the little boy falling off the electric fence would be the best.
And then he wakes up and he's like, 3!
Oh, right. We'll do that after this. We'll go get that done.
We've got to get
Yeah, I'm
back.
excited for Jurassic World. This year we've also got the new Bond film, Spectre.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's out on the 23rd of October.
Spectre. No, that's just Spectre, isn't it?
Spectre.
We've had this debate before with Liam.
It doesn't matter, it's a Bond film.
It's Bond film.
Skyfall was amazing.
I
Yeah.
love
But
Skyfall.
that's set a big standard now, hasn't it? Because it's kind of gone like Casino Royale was fantastic. Then the Quantum of Solace was pap. Then Skyfall.
I think was
brilliant.
Quantum of Solace on the TV like the other week because my
Probably.
mum was watching one and she was like she'd never seen a James Bond film, so we sat
Really?
and like we watched like a bit of it and we were like, I've never seen
Yeah.
like other
Bond's
than that I've
always
never
on.
seen one.
Like
I thought it was really boring
It
and not
followed
very
on from
good.
Casino Royale and it shouldn't have.
No, it shouldn't have.
It was really boo.
But they're back on track, and I think
And then
Spectre will
bad
be
at the same
good.
time. It's
Yeah.
really boo.
I think that could
I'm
be
looking forward to it.
brilliant.
He doesn't want to do it anymore, I don't think, though.
Doesn't he?
I think he's got this one, and then one or two more.
Do you
He's
reckon?
probably
And
fed
that's
up of
it,
it and he's
yeah.
like
Well, that's
They
a
have
lot.
to give up after
Like-
so long because they're getting older enough. It's like
and then they get
very-
typecast
He wasn't a
because-
particularly young Bond anyway.
Honestly,
No.
I think Daniel Craig should. He's fair enough. He might have had to sign a contract for him to do another one after this one.
Yeah.
But it's a smart idea to. If the less amount of Bond films you can do, the kind of it will stay as kind of a golden age kind of thing.
yeah. You don't want to continue it into when the fans are like, I don't like this anymore.
He's one of my
Sean Connery
favourite
did
ones.
pretty
I
good.
love him.
How long did Sean Connery run for?
Quite a few.
Yeah.
He did quite a lot. But
I think my
he
dad
always
told
stayed
me
quite-
the other day how many
Looking
of them,
at
I
all
can't
this
remember how
the
many
other
it was.
day.
But it was
No.
quite a few.
But like he's always stayed quite a good James Bond. So maybe I'm wrong.
Pierce Brosnan did about 5, 6.
You know what? I actually
didn't
quite
like
liked
this.
him.
I thought he was alright.
I thought he suited Bond quite well.
For the films of the time, yeah.
Oh yeah,
My
definitely.
dad tried getting me into Bond when he started, and I was like, I don't like it. I'm really taught. Then Daniel Craig started, and I loved them.
Daniel Craig's really good. Mad Max.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. The trailers I've seen didn't look too good.
That's
I
my
don't really know
response.
anything
Yeah, I
about
don't
Have you
it.
not seen the
No
trailer?
words.
I've seen the trailer, but
Have you not seen the originals?
no,
No?
I don't know anything about it. So.
It's just some guy, pissed off guy in the desert.
Yeah,
Really?
more or less.
Better than-
Yeah, I don't know. It's not knowing what the story's going to be like and stuff. Hang on, we've
The
got
trailer
here.
doesn't seem to focus on any particular character, especially not the main one, as it seemed to. Sure.
Max, man of action, man of few words, seeks peace of mind following the loss of his wife and child in the aftermath of the chaos. So, yeah, I don't know. I'll have to wait and see. I
But
don't
from the
know.
trailers, you barely see any focus on the actual guy, which I was like, a bit odd.
Minions.
Hell yeah!
No.
The trailer's amazing.
It really is.
The trailer's
I
class.
love the little Christmas
like-
songs they released.
It'll probably be a funny film to watch, but at the same time, I thought the Minions were funny in Despicable Me 1 and 2.
Yeah.
The thing is, I haven't
Well,
seen either of them,
Kevin.
but I want to see the Minions film
Why?
because they're adorable.
They're not.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh.
understand because the weird thing is they're
Beth,
like
you're buying into popular
they're
culture.
intended for like children, so
They're adorable.
you'd think that they were cute, but they're not cute. Like there's nothing cute about them at
Look
all.
at him.
No,
He's
he's
cute.
weird
Me and my
and
friends
yellow
went to
and
Magic
wears
the other day,
dungarees
and they bought little
Skin are
minion
just
hats. They're
weird.
so freaking
got-
adorable. We're like,
They've all got cirrhosis of the liver.
Yeah.
I don't like. I actually enjoyed Despicable Me, but I don't think the Minions added anything at all.
I don't know, I think they were a cute
Is
little
that
I
side
what-
don't
Yeah.
understand how that's come out. How Minions have come out of Despicable Me because there were like loads
like
of
them
better
better.
things.
Kids
But
like
I think
them
kids
better
fixated on like ha ha ha. It's not speaking English. Ha ha ha. ha.
Right, next film. The Dirty Little Bastard returns.
than
Ted 2.
Oh.
Dear.
I don't know, I thought the first
Is it
first
Mila
one was
not in it
funny.
or something though?
Eh?
Oh, she's playing a smaller role. Mila Kunis.
She
She's
was
still
probably
in it, I
pregnant
think.
when they filmed
Yeah, but
it.
she's playing a smaller role than what she did in the first one, which I'm upset about. 'Cause I love her. She's gorgeous.
She's gorgeous.
Have you seen her smacking down that Russian reporter?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that's amazing.
He's like, why are you acting to
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake? And she just
And she's like, what? She's like,
Hollywood
she's like,
person.
why are you here? Maybe you should leave. Why are you here? And they're like,
If he wants to act, he can act. He's a good actor, he may as
Thing is, though,
well.
I could see like the reporter wasn't trying to get a rise out of any of them.
I think
No.
she
She
was
was
trying to
just-
make a point.
She
could-
just wasn't a very good reporter, so like I think she
Yeah.
felt a little bit on the spot and she had to make a question.
yeah.
but she didn't have an intelligent question, so it was like, why are you
Why are you
knocking?
doing film?
It's
Yeah.
like, it's our job. You
Yeah.
spoon.
I wonder what the Russian for spoon is. If you're Russian, tell us what the Russian word for spoon is.
Yeah, throw a comment in the YouTube channel.
Vodka!
Nice.
It could go either way, Ted. I think the comedy could get a little bit samey.
I'll tell you what I do like. I really love Patrick Stewart. I think he's hilarious when he goes over the top. 'Cause
Is he a Ted?
Yeah, he was in the first one. He was the narrator. He was.
Oh,
Was
is
he?
he a narrator?
There's nothing more powerful
Yeah.
I
than a
love
child's wish.
I love it.
I'm
Apart
gonna
from
watch
an
Ted
Apache
again.
attack helicopter.
I'm gonna watch Ted again. Because I watched it at the cinema, and then I think I started watching it on Blu-ray, but I think
When did
some
the first one come
happened.
out?
I had to turn it off.
years.
A couple of years ago, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I might have
just
not
before
even
we
been
move on,
old
how
enough
was
to see
my
it.
impersonation of Patrick
It
Stewart?
was really good. I thought he was
I
next to
actually
me.
did think he was in the room, so.
I looked
Yes.
for the wheelchair.
You know he's not really in a wheelchair in real
No.
life.
You know he can't really.
That's what he
read your
tells
eyes.
you.
I once went past his house. My
Really?
dad drove past his house. Yeah, because he lives in the northeast.
No, he doesn't.
One of
That
his
sounds
houses.
like
He's
maybe
from
the
the
most
northeast.
stalkerish thing.
No, he's like from around the area.
Imagine if he just lived
Like-
in Borough.
No,
Well,
it's
if
not
you're
Borough,
listening,
it's like
Patrick-
countryside, he has like
We
a
love
house.
you.
Yeah.
Come visit. Be on the next
Comment,
I'll do a
comment in the
podcast with us,
YouTube.
yeah.
We'll meet up. I think.
I thought it was class. Like
just
little
help
me was
you.
like, "Who are you on about?"
I'm a
Bad.
massive fan of
Oh.
Patrick Stewart, but I'm pretty sure.
You remember that one time he'd had a go at that fat guy on
James
stage?
Corden.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
actually happened?
He got. It was so embarrassing. It was cringing, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Like he'd had a go at him. Something about you could see his belly, and then
I was shown the video. It was something like James Corden was given an award or something, or he didn't get it, and you could see him like apparently sulking on the stage or something, and then he pointed that out, like Patrick Stewart pointed that out to him,
Yeah.
and then they just started arguing with each other.
They were trying to joke,
like, on
but it was
stage?
in front of
Oh.
everyone.
Yeah.
They were trying to joke, but it was obvious they were
Yeah, but-
hating each other, and it was. I think he lost that battle, Patrick. Didn't he?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
James
Oh,
kind of
James Corden.
tore him to bits, but it was just like so horrible to listen to. You have to have a listen.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna find this
You
video
like?
after this.
Oh, so
Yeah. I love a
cringeworthy.
good cringe.
Yeah, same.
Right, San Andreas. See anything about that?
What?
No?
The Rock, Mr. Dwayne Johnson,
Oh god.
I think
Los Angeles or
I've read
something.
about it.
And there's a huge earthquake and the whole city starts to fall apart. He has to save his daughter.
As soon as it said San Andreas, I was just thinking of GTA.
Yeah.
No,
I
it's
saw
So it's like
trailer.
all over disaster films.
it's just a big disaster film. But I love my disaster films usually. I like them.
I don't know, I think kind of boring.
I don't know. I think I think every year you need
it
some
was
kind of disaster film. I think last year we only had Into the Storm, didn't we?
James Ghost.
The year before that you had 2012, and you've had.
You've
I've
got to
never
have
seen
you've got to
24.
have at least like one a year,
Yeah.
so that then everyone can go to the cinema and not have to concentrate on the story and just be like, oh look, explosions.
Don't know much about the next one. Cinderella.
Oh, I think it looks
Oh.
awful.
But I
Oh
love the person
no,
playing Cinderella.
I was cringing so hard in the trailer because
I
like
can't remember her name, but she plays Lady Rose out of Downton Abbey.
I was
Oh.
cringing. There was a bit where she was like, her name's Ella or something, and then they said like, haha,
Under her-
Cinderella, and I was like, no, that's not a
Cinder-
logical leap to be like, haha, because you're
Ella.
cleaning, you're called Cinderella.
Because of Cinders,
I was
isn't
like,
it?
well, no, just call her Cinderella. Like, we know that that's her name. You don't have to
Right.
like create a fake story for how she
Yeah.
got the name. That's just really like, oh, do you know what? Her
An
real
origin
name's
story.
Ella. No,
But
it's
you
just-
know, what kind of woman calls their child Cinderella?
it's a fairy tale. I hate it when they
But
try
we
and
get
make
more
it
of a
more
past
like,
in this as well.
nah, I can't be doing with it.
Yeah, no, I think we
Oh,
all know the
oh,
story
oh.
and stuff.
This
Um,
is my expertise.
50 Shades of Grey.
I'm kind of looking forward
I'm
to it.
actually quite looking forward to going and see it.
Have you
just
seen
'cause I think it's gonna
Ellie
be
Goulding's
really
music
awful.
video?
No.
Oh my god, I watched that last night on the big screen. I was like, oh.
I think it looks awful.
I think it's going to be absolutely awful,
I think
and
it'll be
therefore I will
Jamie
really
Dornan.
enjoy going to see it.
Disgustingly bad.
We have
Cringe.
to support it. Jamie Dornan went
No,
to
we
Teesside
don't. I
University.
don't. I couldn't
I'm
give a
supporting
flying
it.
monkeys. I'm not watching that film.
I'm watching it. I'm going to see it 50 times just because of the title.
I definitely won't go to the cinema to watch it because
I
there's
know.
no way I'm
Beth,
going to be like.
You're buying into popular culture.
Because there's no way
Well,
I'm going to go
fine.
up to the counter and be like, can I have a student ticket to see 50 Shades of Grey by myself with my popcorn? Like, oh yeah.
I'll take you with
No,
me.
This is really good.
that's going to look really awful.
No,
I
no,
just
leave
think it's
that
going
one
to be
alone.
No, we
terrible.
skip
So
through
it'll be-
really quickly.
Skip that one. Fast. Well, no, it's just Furious 7. I'm not sure.
Bit worried.
Absolutely
seen any
not
of them
interested
The
at
last
all.
couple have been really good.
Do you
in my-
think?
Well, I think
The last one was rubbish.
I thought it was class.
That jump across the bridge.
Yeah, but it's embracing itself. It's not serious.
Is this?
Yeah, I know what you mean, but I don't know.
I think with everything gone on with that
It's
With what's this guy?
whole war,
they've had to rewrite it all. It must be
put
probably a
his
bit of a
brother in and
jumble
CGI.
mess.
Maybe
stuff.
they won't make any more after this one.
I think this is it.
I think
They've got
This
to
is
As
Oh.
like
stop.
maybe. Well,
Really
This is where they
more?
don't
yeah.
confuse
I
it.
think they've got
Oh.
like 8, 9.
Oh no! I liked it when it was street racing. It was
So this is the
nighttime
seven?
street racing and stuff, and that's what it was about. And now
I've
it's just
done
some
that many films
stupid.
about
They're
driving
working for the
cars.
police and the FBI. And just,
Because I'm not big into races.
slow, too calm.
This one I'm looking forward to. Jupiter Ascending from the makers of the
yeah.
Matrix. So yeah,
Mila
and Mila Kunis.
Maybe.
That is the
that
perfect movie
has
for me.
a lot of potential. That could
It
be a
looks
new film that people talk about for years.
What was
Oh, it could be rubbish.
No.
I think it might be rubbish.
What is it,
I'm more.
guys?
It's Mila Kunis is a woman, a human and woman.
She's a woman, is she?
And-
Human.
Did she
But
play
we,
a
really
we've
is
been planted on planet Earth by another race
Right.
that live
On-
possibly on Jupiter
Uh-huh.
or somewhere. And it turns out that Mila Kunis is a distant relative of the Queen,
Yeah.
and she's now rightful
Queen
heir of their planet.
Right.
This is all I've got from the trailer anyway, and
Yeah.
then they come and get her, but they're trying to kill her. There's someone else fighting for the
Throne.
throne.
And of course, there's some sort of love
Sure,
So
story
it's
scenes
like
in
as
it.
Game of
well.
Thrones
And
in
then
space.
Yeah, but the
kind of.
makeup, it's very Queen Amidala, isn't it? When you see her in all the makeup.
Yeah.
I'd be more
I
excited
yeah,
to
it's,
see the Batman Superman trailer
Oh yeah.
because
Did
they're
you see
both
the
Warner
original
Brothers, so they'll.
one? Did you see the first Batman Superman trailer?
The leaked one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was only like 10 seconds
Yeah.
long. Still, I was like, oh, that's good.
So it's meant to be shown then because both Warner Brothers.
The flash of lightning and it was just there.
Terminator Genesis.
Matt Smith, upset.
I'm looking.
I've started
forward to
watching
it.
them.
Why do you like Matt Smith?
The Terminator.
Doctor
Yeah.
Who.
Seen the
Ah, right, okay.
first 3.
But he's meant to be a small role in this, and then building up, and he's going to take over as
Who's
the
this?
main character. Matt
Matt
Smith.
Smith.
Take over as like the main
God.
role.
It's got her from
You
that
not- you not
Amila.
like
You don't
No,
like Matt
I
Smith?
really don't like Matt Smith.
How come?
I really don't think he's a very good actor at all.
Can
And
we
as a
just have a little
person, he
giggle at the
seems like a bit of
irony
an
though?
arse.
Of.
Time travelling. He played a Time Lord. He's been a bit typecast.
A lot of films have had time travel in them recently, you know. And it really annoys me because Terminator, how many times have they gone backwards and forwards? How many
Yeah.
times have they stopped Judgment Day? And like, I thought the whole point was that you can't stop it because it's already. As soon as they were made, that was. I don't know. I'm a little
I
bit
was
lost
mad
with
at
that.
I was like, I
It's
haven't
got
seen any of them.
Emilia Clarke in it as well. That
Ooh, the one out of Game of
And
Thrones.
Jai Court.
yeah, the fit one.
The Nervous.
Yeah, so I'll probably see it just for. But no, I'll go and see it. I think that the last Terminator was quite forgettable. You haven't seen
I've
it yet.
not seen that one.
What was it called again?
Salvation.
Yeah. Actually, no. I thought it was a cool movie. It was fun to watch. Actually, there was a couple of bits in it, and I was thinking, oh, that's kind of cool. I wasn't expecting 1 or 2 bits.
I
of
can't remember much from it, which says a lot. But I remember almost all of the first 2.
Arnold's
Three.
in that one as well as.
What's the one with the girl?
What's the
one
name?
that turns into metal. It's the third one.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Don't know her name.
The third one, yeah, it is.
Yeah. That was quite good.
Oh,
In the Heart of the Sea.
that really
Chris
annoyed me,
Hemsworth.
and I don't know why.
What?
I
It-
saw the
what?
trailer. And it just made me think, right, that's it. They're going to make a film about absolutely anything now.
Well,
What's it about?
it's
Moby
based on a
Dick.
famous
Oh
book,
yeah, I
isn't
saw the
it?
trailer for this when I went to see.
Ah,
I think it was.
The Hobbit. For
It
me.
might, yeah, The Hobbit.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I said to my mum, like, we like to do this thing where we guess to see which film it's gonna be, and I'll be like, I think it's going to be this, and sometimes we pick really like unusual ones, and it's dead fun.
Well,
and
I think-
I said, that's Moby Dick, and she was like, no, it's not. And I was going, I bet this is Moby Dick, I bet it is, and she was like, it's
Yeah, it
not,
looks
it's
like
definitely not, and then the big flipping whale
Yeah.
like jumps out, and she was like, oh, and I'm really scared of whales, so I will not be going to see
Well,
that.
the thing is,
I'm
they're
absolutely
hunting
terrified
the
of
whale, aren't they?
There will be.
They're
yeah.
massive and
Right?
scary.
It's a whaling ship, right? So they're hunting them.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll be rooting for the whale. I'll be like,
I think
Go
I
whale,
think
go.
kill him, Mr.
in the
Whale.
book, I think you're supposed to root for the whale.
Good.
But I think they've forgotten that you're supposed
Probably
to root for the
make it
whale, and they're
evil.
like, yeah, pirates, evil whale, because a whale can definitely be. Evil.
You've not seen the trailer for this? Right, next
You're
film.
petrified of that.
Yeah, but I don't think they would be evil.
What's that film?
Get Hard.
Get Hard.
Pardon.
Get Hard
Nah,
with
I'm alright.
You
Will
showed me
Ferrell.
the trailer, but there
Ferrell.
was no sound.
Wasn't there sound?
Oh, what a name.
Will Ferrell
That's
and
just
Kevin
hoping to
Hart.
sell tickets based on the name, I think.
He is a rich guy, gets done, got to go to prison, and Kevin Hart, he believes has been in prison, so he wants him to give him advice and stuff. Kevin Hart's never been in prison, but it looks quite funny.
That's a predictable story, but it
That
sounds
sounds-
quite hilarious.
Horrendous.
I think it'd be quite funny.
Will Ferrell's funny. Well, I find
No,
him
he's
funny.
not.
I find him quite funny.
Did you see that thing he just did at the basketball game?
It was for
No.
a film though, wasn't it?
Was it for
Didn't
a
he
film?
like, but
Yeah.
didn't he like chuck something at
Yeah, knocked a
cheerleader or something?
cheerleader
It was
out.
for a film.
Oh.
But the lad Bible made it look like he'd been dragged out of a real basketball game.
Yeah,
So
that's
you
how
click it,
everyone's
it's like,
been thinking it was.
And then they click on it and it's like, well, it's all for a film.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good, because
That
otherwise
would
it
have
wouldn't
been
have been
really
funny.
terrible.
Yeah, just walks out into the middle of a basketball game, ruining the game, and then knocking some
No, it
girl
was for a
out.
film.
Awful. This one's out soon. Black Hat. With Chris Hemsworth.
Black what?
Black Hat. He's a
He's got a few
hacker.
come out then, hasn't he?
He is, yeah. He's a hacker. Well, someone's threatening the world or something, and the only one who can stop them is this guy who's in
Oh
prison.
yeah, that storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks
So
quite.
weird.
Actually, it looks like quite an intelligent. From the trailers, it looks like it's an intelligent.
It could
film.
either be quite intelligent and therefore good, or
Just
it
shit.
could just be rubbish. Yeah.
Or we could just go see it because he's gorgeous.
He's far too attractive to play
He's
like
not
some world hacker.
Yeah.
Not a hacker.
He's not a hacker. That's why you could never be a hacker, Jake.
Yeah.
Hunger Games Part 2.
I'm
Yeah,
really,
that'll be
really,
first part, yeah.
really
Miles away,
excited.
isn't it? Miles away.
I
I'm
haven't actually
so
seen the first
excited
Hunger
for it.
Games.
No,
haven't seen
you've never
the
seen any of
first
them.
Actual.
Damn it.
Why are you in this room?
Leave.
If you could get up and kindly vacate the premises.
No, I kind of need to poop, so
got-
it's gonna wait.
Jennifer Lawrence in it. What are you? What other excuse do you need?
Looks boring.
That's
Jennifer
good.
The
Lawrence,
weird thing is, like,
uh,
when I saw the trailer,
what's
I
his
thought
name?
when
Is it your Hemsworth brother?
I hadn't read the book, and I thought
just
it looked
forget the
boring
third
as well. And then my sister was like, "No, I want to go and see it." So I was like, "Oh, I might buy the books before I go." And then I bought the books. I think if you've read the books, it's even better because like it's very true to the books. Even
I
though they
think the
change
first
stuff
two are
around,
good.
like it's still
Yeah, have you
it
seen
still
any of them?
fits.
I've seen the first two. I haven't seen I haven't seen Part 1
What's this?
of Hunger Games.
So I'm very very excited.
I'll tell you what. This
Sounds
is
good.
really off subject, so I'll probably just put it on the end.
Okay.
Right.
Save that. Pull it.
Come back.
Hot Tub Time Machine 2.
What?
Never knew there was a
Love
first
the
one.
first one. If you haven't
No,
seen
but
the
the
first
first
one, watch the first one. They go back to the 80s.
It's on ITV
so
all the
good.
time.
Is it?
Have
Yeah.
you seen it?
No,
Watch
I
it,
always
please.
like I always go
Is it on
like watch
Netflix?
it and I'm like no.
Probably.
Find out.
Have you seen it?
I kept on watching like snippets of it, and I just could not get into it.
Oh,
God.
it's so funny.
Why is it funny?
I don't know. It just really got me. I don't know.
Tickle your pickle, did it?
There's some really good scenes in it, and I love the 80s as well. I think the whole. Imagine going back to the 80s and like this. Just
Let's try American Netflix.
It's just
it's a good film. Watch it. Anyway, the next one looks good so far. Could go either way again. Mission Impossible 5.
Oh, why, Tom? Die, Tom Cruise. No,
Their mission.
Mission Impossible is like the
To make
only
a
thing
good
he does
film.
now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just wish.
No.
no, I just
No, but
Edge of
yeah, but like
Tomorrow
other
is-
films that are like that.
Did anybody
I mean,
see the last Mission Impossible?
yeah.
I was so bored by it.
Yeah.
I was like, for God's sake, can this just end?
That's
It
not
was
like them.
some-
I didn't mind it, but weren't people saying it was like the best one
What?
so far?
What?
None of them have been.
I thought the
amazing,
first one. I
have
thought the first
I think
Mission Impossible.
that was the only one I've
they?
seen.
Cheap Bond films. That's what they are.
Uh,
What does look good though, which is out. I'm going to
End
go
of
and see
this
this
month.
next week, I think. Kingsman, Secret Surface.
I think
Service.
Secret Surface.
Singing Surface.
I think that looks fun.
is this the one with Colin Firth?
Yeah.
Samuel Jackson,
Yeah.
Michael
Yeah,
Caine.
it looks
Ooh, that's
so
well cast
funny.
that.
It's have you seen like Snatch and the Lock Stocks and that? It's like very British kind of comedy. Really can't believe any of you haven't seen Snatch and Lock Stock. You have to watch them. Oh, what is going on? I even bring in the memory stick with it on.
Do you mean the legally purchased DVD?
Yeah, which I take from my Blu-ray collection.
Shame
They're
on you,
really,
Ray.
really good. No, I own them on DVD. In fact, you can have them on DVD because my DVDs are up in the attic and you can have them. They are so funny. And
Not how you
it
treat
looks as if it's,
DVDs.
I know. Well, they're only worth about 10p now, aren't they? But it looks really good.
Yeah.
Tomorrowland?
What's that?
Yeah. That'll be.
Don't
good.
really know.
Alright, Jake, take us through it.
Well, it's
It's got
directed
George
by-
Clooney in it.
Yeah, and Brad Bird's
George-
the director. Who I.
What happens in it? Take us through it, Jake.
Oh, I can't tell you that much. Just everything he's directed has been good so far. I think Brad
Alright.
Bird.
Trailer's really, it's cleverly done trailer. Like, it doesn't give away too much. There's a girl who gets her belongings back from, well, I don't know where she is, police or something. And there's a ring, and she's like, oh, there's like a pin thing, isn't there? And she's like, that's not mine. And he went, and he'd already gone. Anyway, she went to pick it up, and as she touches it, she's instantly somewhere else, isn't she?
Yeah.
Like, just like in the middle of a field rather than in this office.
Mm-hmm.
She lets go, and she's back in the office, and then puts her finger on it, and she's back in this field. That's all I know about it at the minute.
Less the better.
That actually sounds really cool.
Imagine a place where nothing is impossible. I think it,
Any film then?
yeah, 22nd of May. May's a busy month.
Yeah.
Then we've got The Hateful Eight.
The what?
The Hateful Eight with
Quentin.
Quentin Tarantino,
Wasn't that the
featuring Channing Tatum again,
Ooh.
Samuel L.
This
Jackson.
This
again.
might sound a little bit. I don't know how people would react to this, but I'm thinking that Quentin Tarantino's going down.
Well, like going
don't-
down.
Like I just don't. I think his work is not changing much. I mean, Django Unchained was amazing.
I was just checking it was picking him up, but it is.
Aye.
Yeah, I thought Django Unchained was just a brilliant film.
I haven't seen that yet. I keep
Oh,
wanting
it's
to.
so good.
I
It's
have
so
it
good.
ready to watch. But
But I watched a couple of interviews with him, and he just seems to be slipping.
well,
Yes, I feel like a bit of it is him just putting it on so that everybody
How old
thinks
is he?
he's like this artistic genius, and really
Yeah.
he's just this little random man who probably goes home completely normal, like as a
enjoys
bath,
himself.
just chills out. But then when he's on TV, he's a bit like weird because that's I think what everyone's come to expect
He looks
from
like
him.
he's constantly insane or needs the toilet.
Like he's in character.
Yeah,
sort of.
yeah.
This-
He's probably pretty normal as a person.
Isn't this? Well, I don't know if you heard, but I think this was the film he made, but the script got leaked, I think, and he wasn't going to do it. He wanted to just leave it, but I think he eventually changed his mind and he went ahead with it anyway. So
Yeah.
the script.
It's Western, isn't it? I think this.
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, the last one that he did in that set in that kind of time was
Civil
brilliant.
War. Bounty hunters try and find shelter after a blizzard, get involved in a plot of betrayal and deception. Will they survive?
We'll find out.
No.
So he's basically using elements of Django Unchained again?
Go on 5 minutes.
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe.
All this sort of
Pan we've got coming out this year. Another remake.
Peter Pan film.
There are
Is that
so
what it is,
many
Peter Pan?
Peter
I
Pan
kind of like the
films.
look of
Is
this.
is that what it is? Like Peter Pan?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's got Hugh Jackman in it as Pan.
Oh, so like an old.
Oh, as
As
the bad
Blackbeard.
guy. Sorry,
Oh.
Blackbeard. Yeah.
I showed my sister it and I'm like, see if you can spot Wolverine.
I
And
said
she
in the
sat there
article.
just goes, I
though,
can't see who it is.
I said in the article, any Pan film without Robin Williams will be cack.
Isn't this like, wasn't it an
London has fallen.
isn't it an
Yes.
origin story?
Yeah.
That Pan film.
Yeah, maybe.
I think
sort of like you
everything
see
now.
The kids being taken out by
is
pirates.
the origins guy.
And
Right, yeah.
Hook's the good guy.
Still needs Robin
Hook
Williams.
is the freaking
Get
good
Robin
guy, it's
Williams
not
back.
right.
I really
It's
want to
not
see
possible to do that.
No,
Rest
is
of
it
my
not?
praise.
Oh,
I wanna
Neverland.
see the
James
last-
Neverland.
Technically, no, we could create that.
I want
Use
to see.
archive footage and stuff, create
See
holograms.
what?
I want to see the last night of the museum film because it's got Robin Williams.
Wasn't
in.
that the last thing he ever did?
Yeah.
No, second
Well,
last.
last.
No, there's something else
I
coming
need
out.
to see a
Sorry,
film
it's
after
just
the
came
the
out.
last film I watched with him in was terrible.
I think it was an animated film.
I watched the last one the
Angriest
other day.
Man in Brooklyn. Oh, it was so depressing. And it's actually harks to quite similar, like
Yeah.
to how he was probably feeling at the time. It's horrible. Nearly there. London Has Fallen, which is the sequel to Olympus
Oh,
Has
right,
Fallen,
yeah, that is.
which is out at the end of the year, 2nd of
Did
Did anyone
October.
watch that for Steph? 'Cause
No.
I did.
I'd already seen it.
It's still safe to watch.
You've not seen
No, I
it?
didn't.
It's good. It's worth watching. I preferred White House Down, but it's a good film. If you want it's just your general kind of action thriller.
That's why I
Yeah.
wasn't really interested in it, to be honest.
It was just in case she asked us, but she wasn't even that bothered.
Right, and then just a few really quickly, we've got Pitch Perfect 2.
Oh god.
If you're into that.
Not seen the first one. Chappie, which I think we were talking about the other day, weren't we?
Oh, that robot one, that looks cool as.
It does look quite good.
That's got Hugh Jackman in as well.
It has. Surgeon, which
I'm looking
is
forward
The
to that.
Divergent sequel.
I'm not looking for. They
trailer's
tried,
awful.
They tried to make a Hunger Games. They failed. The girl who is like the main character, I think, is really good.
Shirley.
But everybody else is not very good. So that's why it
See,
failed.
I like.
They thought, oh, we'll make like a Jennifer Lawrence style character, like out of this actress. And
Actually, which is older?
she's.
Because they're both books.
I
think
think
the
actually Divergent was written before the book handles it better than the film
Yeah.
does. The film is like, look, we're all these people.
The
and
film's
we're all
very
like this,
rushed.
and no.
Yeah, and I
It's
was
really
like,
rushed, but nothing happens for ages. Like
Weird.
it seems like everything's like going really quickly, but then you're like, hang on, nothing's actually happened at all. So I think that's
I
what
only
that
watched the
film's
first
gonna
one
be like.
because of Theo James, who I'd seen in Bedlam, which was a really weird
I only
TV
bought it
show.
because it's £3 in Asda. So
Bought the DVD.
yeah.
I got the DVD in
Anyways,
Scotland when
moving
it came out.
And just really quickly, we've got this Focus with Will Smith in. We've got Pixels, which I didn't write anything about that, but I think there's a trailer or some kind of teaser thing which looks. It's like the world getting overtook by Pac-Man and
Really?
daft stuff like that. Yeah,
that sounds cool.
I think it could be
Is it
really
an
good.
animated film?
I think it's a blend. I think it's real and like.
That could
I
be-
don't know if you've mentioned it, but there's an animated film that's coming out this year. It's like going inside the thoughts of people.
Oh,
Inside
yeah.
Out.
Yeah, something like
I
that.
really want to see that.
That does look good. Inside Out. Fantastic Four apparently is coming this year as well, which I'm not interested in at all.
I'll give it a try.
But yeah, it's quite one.
Look
hell of
at
a
you're
year.
just eager to leave.
Jake's got to get off. We're going to wrap it up now anyway. We've got loads to talk about. We'll get once we've got back into the normal routine. So, go over the news over the last few months and stuff. But yeah, that was episode 5. And thank you for joining us.
I need to go poop.
That's nice.
Didn't need to know that.
You did.
Damn it!
The whole audience, the whole world.
Who's got mail?
Daniel Bowell
Movements.
podcast. I think
Yes.
We will
reaching name
update
it,
you
rename
next
it.
week on how I'm going.
Yeah. Stay tuned, folks.
The Lotto sending me messages.
Hmm?
Free entry into tonight's 11 million euro million.
Oh, all right.
But
Good.
is it anything to do with my dietary system?
Cheerio.
No,
See you later, Jack. Cheers,
but I
Jack.
did not need to know about that.
Everybody just.
I'll make that chat tonight.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, and we'll get the weekend organised and sorted out. Drinky times.
We go for a drink now.
I really need to poop.
Right, he needs to poop, so we'll see you hopefully next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, Sally.
Bye.
Bye, Beth.